Hello everybody, this is a guide on how to set up your PTR client and get all your settings from your live client on over into it, along as with your add-ons and the way you have everything set up, your keybinds, hotkeys, as well as your macros and such. This does work for all PTR clients within World of Warcraft, so Classic, Era, and Dragonflight. So let's go and get into it. So go ahead and open up your Battle.net client. And the first thing we need to do is make sure that we have the PTR download. So if you come over here, right here where my mouse is, just click on the World of Warcraft icon over your favorites, or if it's not there, add it. And then come over here where it says game version. The one that I'm going to be talking about today is actually the public test realm Wrath Classic. Again, this will work for Classic Era PTR and also the Dragonflight stuff, but I am mainly talking about this today. So if you haven't already, go ahead and install that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start the client up. So I'm going to go and skip through all this. So you're going to be coming at the character creation screen. Go ahead and hit back. You'll come over here to the main area here. Depending on where your guild is or where you'd like to go, there are 2 PTR realms. I normally just go to the PTR realm 1, the normal. And hit back again. So this is where you want to be. There's 2 things that we need to do on the screen. First is copy our character, then copy the account data. If you want a cookie cutter character, you can do it here, but we're not going to be talking about that. We're actually talking about moving our actual character over from the live client to here, along with all the settings. If you do create a cookie cutter character, keep in mind that none of your settings or anything will come over. Okay? So we're going to come down here and hit copy character. You're going to look for the one you want. I'm going to be doing this one, my paladin. And I'm going to hit copy. So I'm just going to be sure, yes. Takes a moment. Bam, there she is. Alright, next we're going to go back down to copy character again. And then we're going to go to copy account data. We're going to hit yes. Alright, now before we continue, we do need to log in, so the settings and everything will load. And after you're logged in, you can see there's no add-ons or anything going on here. Nothing special. So we're going to fix that right now. So we're going to exit the game. And we're back to our launcher. So now we're going to go ahead and move everything over from our live client to our PTR client. So all our settings and everything stick. So first thing we're going to do is we need to figure out where your directory is for your files for World of Warcraft. So easiest way to do that is where it says PTR. Down here, there's little options, click that, and then go to game settings. From there, you're going to see World of Warcraft. Just copy that and then close, or you can go to show and explore. That's probably a little easier, so we'll do that. If you want to do it the other way, you just open up a folder and copy and paste it in there, but it looks like the open the folder location is probably the easiest method. Alright, so I have many different versions of World of Warcraft on here. The one that we are going to be focusing on is the Classic PTR and the Classic client, those 2 directly right there. So let's go ahead and right click and open in a new tab, or if you have Windows 10, you're going to do open a new window. So for ease sake, I'm going to go ahead and do window, and I'm just going to put this over here off the side and this one off to the side. There we go. So we want to make sure that we are very, very clear on which is which here. Okay, so here's my PTR side, and this is going to be my live side. So I'm going to go to Classic for my live side. Okay, so you'll notice right away there's a bunch of differences here. So keep in mind PTR side, and this is going to be our live side. So there's only 2 folders we need to really worry about. First is the interface, and then the other is the WTF. For the interface folder, we can just go ahead and grab this. Right click it, and then we're going to copy. If you have a little icon like this that says copy, you can do that, or you can hit Control C If you have Windows 10 or some older clients, you may have to look for it says copy, but just hit copy, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to hit paste. Where's my paste button? Oh, here it is. I forgot it's an icon. So we're going to hit paste, and what this is doing right now, this is actually transferring all your add-ons, every single one. Now if you're wanting to be picky about it, you can go into this folder and you can pick each individual one if you're a little more advanced, but this is the easy way to kind of do it. It just transfers all your add-ons over. Now keep in mind, this is your add-ons only. This is not all the settings and everything. This is just the base set add-ons. So this might take a few moments, since there is a lot of add-ons that I have downloaded. While this is copying over, I will say that not every single add-on will work in the PTR. There's going to be a lot of glitches, a lot of errors and such. That is a normal thing. I do use ElvUI, and I will be explaining how to get your ElvUI profile back onto your character to make it look like you're playing retail or your live client through Classic Wrath. There are a few steps in ElvUI to get it to work. Okay, so I went ahead and transferred them all over. We can verify that by, on the PTR side, going to Interface, Add-ons, and you'll see all the add-ons are there now. Okay, we're going to go back to where they're both identical. Keep in mind again, PTR side, live side. All right, so now we're going to go on the PTR side. We're going to go to the WTF folder, and then we're going to have these sets. Okay, now on the live side, we're going to go to the same thing, to WTF folder, and then we're going to take this config, we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste it on this side as well. You're going to get this bunch of pops-ups like this as we're doing this. Anytime you see this pop-up, always hit replace the file destination. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go to saved variables, and then we're going to go to save variables. So copy the live side. Remember, the left side over here is the live side. We're copying to the right side. So right click, copy, over here, paste, replace, yes. One thing you need to be aware of is that some people will accidentally just move, and it could very well potentially completely erase these files over here. That means you didn't copy. That means you either cut or moved it. So it's very important to right click and hit that copy. So if you hover over it for a second, it'll say copy. Additionally, you can hit on your keyboard Control C, and then over here on here, just right click or Control V, and it'll also copy it over. Okay, so we're going to go back one section to the WTF, and then back over here on the live side to the WTF again. This is part was where it gets a little confusing for some people, but it makes it a lot easier to transfer the account. So we're going to go over here to account, and we're going to go over here to account. Okay, you notice these are different. That is okay. Okay, so there's nothing in that save variable file, so we're not going to worry about it. So we're going to go into our live side over here, and we're going to go into our normal folder. And then we're over here on our PTR side. We're going to go into that one folder. You can see there's a big difference. These are actually all the servers that your characters are on. Okay, so there's two things that you want to copy directly from here. Okay, first thing is you want to grab all this stuff. As you'll notice, these are your bindings, your config, your macros. These are everything that's going to transfer over into the PTR client. So we're going to right click, copy those after we've highlighted them all. We're going to come over here and paste, and it's going to ask you to replace. Hit yes. Perfect. And then one more where it says save variables right here. We're going to click on that, and you'll see that is all your add-on config. This is global add-on config. There's a difference between global add-on config and your account add-on config, or your character add-on config. So we're going to get the global add-on config. So we're going to right click that, copy. Same thing over here, paste, and it's going to put everything in there and overwrite. You're going to get this again most likely, and hit replace, and that's okay. All right, now we want to copy over our character information. So go ahead and go on the PTR side, go to your Classic PTR Realm 1. All right, There's a character I copied. Over here, on my live side, that specific character of mine is in the ATS server, so I'm going to click there. And you can see I have a bunch of different guys, but the only one I want to worry about is the Holy Shoots one. Okay, so, and you can see all my stuff's in here, but we're not going to worry about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that one Holy Shoots folder, or the whatever your character's name is, right click on it, copy, same again, paste. It's going to transfer all that information over, and you're done. That's actually copied everything over. So now you can go ahead and close everything out if you want. Close that out. Now we're going to go ahead and go into the PTR client once again. So I went ahead and launched the PTR public test ring client. You notice right away I didn't change any settings, but this is my default settings to have it set up like this, to where it's not full screen, it's windowed. So you can see it's some of the settings has already taken over. You're going to get this error, hit load anyway, and hit OK. All right. So this is a good time to go into your add-ons section right here, and you're going to see all your add-ons that got transferred over. I highly suggest that you disable anything and everything that is not necessary for you to test your stuff out. You can always come back here and reload it. So I'm going to disable bagon, DBM, do all the DBMs. I technically don't need Atlas, so I'm going to disable that. Atlas Loot, I technically don't need that. Auctioneer, I don't need that. Bigwigs Core, that's already disabled. BIS Tooltip, I do like to keep that, so I'll keep that around. Details, I'll keep that. ElvUI is my main UI client, so I keep that along with the Binic UI edit, which is something I enjoy to have. Extended character stats, I'll keep that. Get the fudge out, I'll keep that. Gargoyle, if you're interested in that, you can, but I'm going to go ahead and disable it. Let's see what else. Leatrix Max, Leatrix Plus, Method Raid Tools, Mixed Scrolling Battle Text, I'll keep that. Instance Tracker, I don't need that. Raid Companion, if you're doing raid stuff, you can, that's fine. Pally Power does work on PTR at the moment with the new update. Questy, RC Loot Council, I'm going to turn that off. RSA, shared media files, Taco Tip, and go on. I'm not going to explain all these, but yeah, TSM doesn't need to be, that's going to be a problem. Weak auras does normally work, and I'm going to turn that off as well. But yeah, just go through here, turn off everything you need, hit OK, and then we're going to load up our client. It is loading all the add-ons, so it won't be an immediate load this time. Alright, and you can see right away you're getting some errors and such. That is okay. This one's going off Atlas Loot and a few other things. So if you're getting too many of these, just disable the add-on that's causing it. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel my ElvUI. I'm going to cancel this. It's acting like it's a new profile, but it's not really. Exit that off. Put that up here. And you can see most of my settings are here, not all of them. If you don't use ElvUI, you can pretty much stop right here, and you're pretty much situated and done. All your macros and everything should be loaded. So there's all my macros that I have. They're all loaded up. If you're using weak auras, all your weak auras do transfer over. So you can see all my weak auras are actually transferred over, which is really nice. Now if you're using ElvUI, you're going to hit escape and go to ElvUI. And then you're going to go down to your profiles. So right now it's set to default. You want to look for the one that is associated with your profile on your live server. So mine is this one. Click that one, takes a second, bam. I have all my settings just the way I love it and how it looks. So this is really recognizable to me. But there's one more setting that you have to do for ElvUI if you want to continue. So you're going to have to go to ElvUI. You will have to go to skins right here, and you're going to have to do disable Blizzard skins. Okay, I know that seems counterintuitive to disable Blizzard skins, but you're not actually disabling Blizzard skins. So for example, if you hit, let's say O, this is not the normal Blizzard skin. This is ElvUI's Blizzard skin. Okay. Some of these work. If I hit I, you can see that I is not working. There's a reason for it, because ElvUI hasn't been updated yet. So we're going to go to ElvUI skins. We're going to disable all those, and it's going to ask you to reload. And what this does is it pretty much puts ElvUI into a, I don't want to say dumb state, but a limited state of skins and prettiness. So now you should be able to open up stuff, and it'll be in the Blizzard UI, characters, talents, stuff like that. Okay, and this will stop a lot of errors or if things aren't loading properly. So this is a bag on, or this is a ElvUI bag system, so it's a little different there. All right, that's everything. If you have any questions or anything, shoot me a message in the comments and I'll try to get back to it. Besides that, thank you and have a great one.